Okay, Facebook ads training. If you saw my training last week, it was on how to set up your Facebook page for business, your profile page, your fan page. So this week I'm going to follow that up with the ads training. And okay, there they are. All right. I'm going to screen share, and we can talk about, well, let me start off with just a few statistics first. As you probably know, Facebook is the largest social network out there. It's got over 1.3 billion users, and 680 million of those are on mobile. This increased by 22% from 2012 to 2013. So, because there's been talk out there that, oh, they're changing their algorithms, it's not worth it for businesses to go on Facebook and promote on Facebook, but it is still a great medium. And there was a recent study done where he determined, the gentleman that did it determined that there's no other place that you can advertise for as cheap as you can on Facebook. So it's still a good medium for doing that. Okay. Oh, some fun statistics. 76% of the users check their Facebook profile at least once a day. 48% of the users between 18 and 34 check Facebook when they wake up. And 28% between the ages of 18 and 24 check it before they even get out of bed. So I think that's pretty funny. Okay. Why do you want to do Facebook ads? Several reasons. Precision accuracy. You can create custom audiences. You can drill down, especially now with the new upgrades in their ads manager, you can drill way down to their interests and behaviors and a whole lot more. Speed to market. You create it and post it, and you know it's done. You don't have to wait for a newspaper to be published. You know, and those kind of things. You have complete control over your ad spending. You can set a budget and watch what's being spent and how it's being spent and completely control it, shut everything off, you know, shut parts of it off, that type of thing. And that's where the prospects are. You know, how many of you keep your cell phones within arm's reach? So many people are on mobile, and it's where people are at. A lot of people are at, so it's a good place to be. Now, ad locations, there's several different ad locations, and you've probably seen them. You've seen ads pop up in your news feed. Of course, there's the little box ads over on the right-hand column, and then there's mobile news feed, and those are a little different, and you have to make sure you're using something that's mobile friendly, so that shows up. All right. Types of ads. Well, let me get into my screen share and go into my Facebook page. All right, here's my profile page. There's a couple of things you can do right from your profile page. One is up in let's see now. They've changed some things around. There used to be a promote page button here, but I don't see that. But you can do that from in Ads Manager. So you might still have a promote page button up here, and if you do that, then it automatically picks that up. Okay. And another thing you can do is promote a post. In fact, here I've got this one going, and I'm going to go ahead. Let's see, will it let me pause? I can't remember if you can pause. Yeah, pause promotion. So I'm going to go ahead and pause that since we're actually in the training now, so I don't need to promote it anymore. And then the other way, of course, is going, well, there's two other ways, through Ads Manager and through the Power Editor. So there's a couple different places you can find or get to the Ads Manager. I've got the button right here for Ads Manager, but if I go to my home page, to my feed, oftentimes it's in your favorites, although I was helping somebody yesterday that it wasn't here, and we ended up, to get her in, we ended up just hand typing in the address for the Ads Manager. So let me go to the Ads Manager. Okay, now in here you can create an ad. Here's all the campaigns that are going on. I turned off, no, it's not showing up. I probably should have left that page post on because it shows up here when it's running. So let's go into create an ad. Now here's your choices. You can do a click to website, and it's pretty helpful here because anything you hover on, it gives you information. Create ads to encourage people to visit your website. So if you've got a URL for a landing page, if you have a website or a blog, and you're trying to get people to click to that website, then that's the ad that you want. Website conversions. I won't really be covering that much. Now here's another really big one, page post engagements. If you want to get people to go to your post, you can do it through the Boost post that I just showed you. But page post engagement, it gives you a lot more options as far as posting it. So I use that more than the Boost the post. But you know, once you start getting into advertising and doing all that stuff, it's you're going to figure out what works for you and your business and your setup, because you know, if you have a blog or not, if you have a website or not, if you know, there's just so many different things to consider. Page likes, of course, everybody knows what that is. Page likes. Page likes are good if you're trying to build your numbers up, the social proof that shows that people like your page. You do get an audience there because then when whatever you send out or post, you have the potential of reaching all those people. So it is good. All right. Need to turn those off. Okay. App installs, I'm not going to go through that. Event responses. I haven't tried that yet. I've just started doing these events, and next week I'm going to try that. But it's, you know, where you want to promote your event. So need to turn off. Let's see. I can. All right. Well, we won't worry about that right now. All right. So let's go to click to website, and that one was already there. That's one of my, I think, part of this funnel, and it's going to start filling in things. The default picture for this, they pulled off of this page, so that's why that's there, but you don't have to use it. Now what you want to do, you can use up to 6 different images to create your ads, and then Facebook will try them all out and pick the one it likes the best, or the one that's getting the most response. And you want them, the recommended size is the 600 by 315 pixels. Now it's going to tell me this one's only 200 by 200, which means it's not going to fill in the whole space. And let's see, why is my preview usually, oh, it's very faint right now. Maybe it's because I haven't done anything else to it. Okay, you can upload an image from other places, and from your computer. They also now have a browse library that you can go in, and they have images in here. Oh, well, that's my library, so that the ones that I have and I've used. And they have stock images. Oh, wait a minute, this isn't where theirs is at, or this is upload. Okay. Find images, that's, I guess that's the same. Sorry about that. Reposition. Okay, where it's going to fit in your feed. I usually upload images. I've already got them selected, and then I pull them out. And then the browse library, I haven't used it to use theirs, but this gives you the upload images again and stock images, which are, there's nothing in there right now. Okay, so you can just select one, or you can select 6, and it's up to you. Some people don't like selecting 6 because then they don't feel that the Facebook is making the decisions for you, but that's, you can play with that and see what you like. Choose Facebook page. Okay, and since this was to click to website, it's giving me options on which page I want to click. It picked up, made suggestions here. You can change all this. What you want to do when you're creating your headline and your text, your description, is you want your keywords in everything. So if you're going for how to create a fan page, you're going to want how to create a fan page in your text. The more congruent it is, the better it gets promoted, because Facebook likes things to be congruent. So you want the same words all through your ad, in your headline, in your text, and any other places. Now, call to action button. Let's see, it's not. It must not be active for this particular type of ad. I'll go into another one here real quick because this one isn't showing me as much. But you want to use the call to action button if it's available for the ad that you're doing, because there's people they're more likely to click a button on your ad. You'll more likely get an action from people. Advanced options, news feed, link description. We won't go through that right now. Okay, let me go into a different. I'm going to go back. Let's do a page post engagement. More things will show up there. Free live training. Okay, yeah, this is a good one. You're familiar with this. You know what it looks like. Okay. Now, it already filled it in here and showed you what this is, the news feed, and you have the option to remove that as well if you wanted to. Then you can look at what the mobile news feed ad would look like, and the right column ad, what it's going to look like. All right, so if you've got an ad that's going to be mobile friendly, then you can keep the mobile on there, but there are some formats and some things that don't work well in mobile, and in those cases you'd want to remove it. Now, another thing you can do is make 3 different ads all the same, and in one make it the news feed, one make it the mobile news feed, and one make it the right column, and then you can see how they compare and you'll find out, you'll get more information on what your prospects are using as far as are they picking it up on mobile or not, and so then you don't waste any time or effort or money on things that aren't really working for you. Let's go back to this one because it's bigger to look at. And okay, advanced options. URL tag. If you want to change the URL tag on it, you can do that. Put a different URL in there. Okay, here's the fun stuff. Custom audiences. If you've got a custom audience already, if you have an email list, and you've got to create your custom audience ahead of time, and then you can select it in here. I don't. Do I? No. Here's where it takes you to where you can create a new one. But you have to have email lists, and you have to submit them through the Ads Manager. Submit them to Facebook to get it approved. Location. Of course, this is all over the world, wherever you want to go. You can add a country, a state, a city, or a zip code. And when you select them, let's say, let me put in, well, I've got the whole United States, so it's not popping up. So let me, oh, it did. All right, let's try this again. It was just slower than I expected. Okay, Kentucky, USA. So now that's going to tell me how many all right, potential reach, 24 million people. So you kind of keep an eye over here on, it tells you how broad, how specific your audience is, and then your potential reach is over here. Age. For anything you're doing, you probably want to start about 23 or 24. And here again, you can do split testing where you can create an ad that's for in the age group 23 to, like in 10-year increments, 23 to 32, and then do create similar ad. I'll show you that when we're done here. Create similar ad, and when you do that, then you go from 33 to 42, and then your age range from there. Break it up into 3 different ads and see how it goes. You can also look into your page insights, and I'll go back to the fan page. Hang on, let's. I still have my fan page open here. I can go to it from here. And if I go into my insights, it shows me who's been doing the page likes. Let's see here. And your post reach. And all right, so let's do likes. And I'm going to check over here real quick. All right. And if you're on my 22 social page watching this, which I believe you are, go ahead and leave comments below. Tell me who's here and where you're from. All right. Now this can gives you, your page likes and gives you a graph of it. There's lots of information you can analyze back here. Where your page likes came from, whether it was from your page, from ads, page suggestions, posts. So you can see what's working for you, what's not working for you, or what you need to do more of. Your reach, the number of people you reach, likes, comments, and shares. total reach. If you're having issues with spam, looks like I'm good to go. Okay, visits. You can go through this, and once you've got activity on your page, this has gotten much more detailed and involved than it used to be. They're giving you a lot more information, so you can see external referrals. I'm in 22S, 22 Social, which is a very good app for your fan page. Let's see, people. That's what I've been trying to find. Okay, this tells you percentage of women and percentage of men that are your fans, comparing it to all of Facebook, and then it gives you the age ranges of the women and the men, so you can see where you can maximize out, or where your audience is at, and then you can target your audience to there. So it looks like for me, my audience is from 25, mainly 25 to 54. And then it gives you countries and cities, and all kinds of good information about where your fans are at. So I find this really, really interesting. Okay, let's go back to our. I keep forgetting to turn that off. Go back to here. So talking about age ranges, for the most part, you're going to want to keep it on all, unless you're promoting something that is strictly for men or strictly for women. You're going to want to keep it on all. Language, you're going to want to type in English, and if you select all, then that's all countries. I mean, both England and U.S. English. Unless you speak another language, of course, and you want to add that in there. But you're better off, if you only speak English, you're better off doing that if you're doing like global marketing. So if I could put in up here, I could put in Philippines, and of course there's a lot of people there that don't speak English, but I would only want to English all is still there, so that didn't change. So now I'm only going to reach people who say they could speak English in the Philippines. That's still 12 million people, so you're still doing well, and that's a little high. We would want to drill this down a little bit more. Now this is amazing what Facebook has done here. Scrapers have been popular for a long time, but Facebook does not like scrapers. So a note, if you are using a scraper, I wouldn't use those audiences that they pick up anymore, because Facebook has planted false profiles out there for scrapers to pick up, and if they catch you, then you're going to be in trouble. I'm not sure what they do, but you'll get slapped somehow. Okay. You just have to get in here and look at this. Interested in what? The relationship status. I mean, if you're doing something like for weddings, if you sell wedding cakes or wedding dresses or something, you're going to want to go to the relationship, and maybe somebody who's engaged or single or maybe in a relationship. I mean, you can go in here and test what works best for you. You can really drill this down. Okay, and you've got education levels, work information, financial information, if they're a homeowner or not, if they're parents or all parents or just moms, there's just so much in here. I could spend an hour or two just going through all the options in here. Now, I will tell you, I've played around with this with my ads, and you can get so much stuff in here that you end up with 300 people. And that's a little small. But if you can drill down and really target your audience, then even if this goes down to 1,200 people, try it. See if it works. Give it a day. I mean, if it doesn't work, then take off some of the interests or behaviors and see what works. This is strictly trial and error. It would be really hard to tell you what to do specifically. Now, I will tell you here in interests. They give you all kinds of categories, but you can type in here, like if you are a network marketer, a good person to put in here would be like Eric War, because he's a network marketing dude. Now we've got it down to less than 1,000 people, and he doesn't have any suggestions. Let's see, browse. Oh, you can browse other things. You know, hobbies, drink, fitness. If you're in the health and wellness business, you know, maybe there's some things in here that really help you target. Something else, you can target companies. Let me get that to. Oh, I think maybe I have to do that. Okay, you can target, like if you wanted to target Amway affiliates. So you can go companies, you can go pages, like, well, kind of like pages. You just start typing in here, network marketing. You can get network marketing general, you can network marketing pro, which I think is Eric War, network marketing club, not familiar with it, but it tells you over here what group of people, how many are in that group of people and what they based it on. Just the sky's the limit here with what you pick. Behaviors. If they do charitable donations. If you're in a non-for-profit looking for donations, well, hey, this might work really well for you. The financial arena. Purchase behavior. If you're looking for people who like to buy health and beauty products, maybe there's, here's allergy relief. Wow, you can really drill down, and that's still over 15 million people in there. And it describes over here what was used as the criteria. Here's cosmetics, cough medicine, and cold relief. I mean, there's some of this, you wonder how they got down to this far. Pain relief, sun care, vitamins. It's just amazing. Okay, so now it's going to want you to name what you're doing. It's going to suggest a name, because it was my page and it was a post engagement. But you don't want to leave it that way. You want to put a name down, get your own system going. So I could change this to anything I want, and this would be a new campaign, so I'd leave it checked at create a new campaign. If you wanted to use an existing one, then it'll give you a list of ones that you have there. Now, ad set name. Campaigns and ad sets. It used to just be campaign, and then the ads were under the campaign. But now you can have, under one campaign, you can have several different ad sets. So again, you got to get your nomenclature down that makes sense for you. Each ad set has its own budget. So before, it used to be your campaign had the budget, but now it's your ad set has the budget. So you can have a campaign with 3 different ad sets that are each charging $5 a day. So you got to watch that. I've goofed myself up on that, where I thought I was creating everything in an ad set, and I ended up creating several ad sets, and so I was spending more per day. But when you're doing ads, you want to check it at least once a day, a couple times a day, see how things are working. Okay, here's the budget, $5 a day, or you can put a max on it. Say all I want to spend is probably not $350, but say I want to spend $20 on the lifetime of this ad. Excuse me. And okay, the end date for your answer was adjusted. Make sure you're budgeting at least $1 for every day. Okay, so it's trying to watch out for you here, and they want at least $1 worth of budget in every day. So they adjusted my time frame. Well, you can make this anything you want, and start it now or start it later. If you go back to per day, then run my ad continuously starting today, and you can still go in there and stop it at any time. So you have complete control over your money as long as you don't make mistakes like I did, which we probably all will, learning this stuff. But so, all right, so or you can set a start date for that as well. It's the same choices as before. Okay, now bidding. This kind of intimidated me at first, but it's not that big a deal. And there's different schools of thought. So again, here's something where you need to think about, or not think about, but try different things and see what works for you. Now, there's a lot of people that don't like engagement, post engagement. So, because what does engagement mean to Facebook? So are you paying for somebody to just scroll past it, or to stop and look at it and do no action, to get it out there? So a lot of people, and impressions, it's the same kind of thing. Well, I like bid for clicks myself because I want them to do something. I want some activity. Now, you can have Facebook automatically optimize your bid for clicks, and that works for a lot of people. Or you can manually do it. Now, it's got a suggestion down here. It says that we suggest that you bid 5 to 10 cents per click. Now, one school of thought I've heard is that always go 9 cents over the maximum. Okay, that'll work. But then I've also been told I'll just throw in $1 or two, make it a lot bigger than this. Now that doesn't mean you're going to spend $1. So if we put $1 in here as my max bid per click, actually what that does is motivates Facebook to spread your ad out quicker because they're going to make more money. But in actuality, they only charge you what the current click rate is. So you can start it off to get to a fast start. Start this off at like $2, and then within a day or two, well, probably within a day, see how it's doing, where the average is at. It'll probably still be in this range what you pay, but it's allowing Facebook to have have more, I don't know, if I want to call it options, or they can they'll be more motivated. Now you can place your order here. Now I don't want to place this because I've just been kind of playing around in this, so I'm not going to click place order. But when you click place order, you're going to get a box up here that says add successful. And then there's going to be I think two boxes in the bottom corner. One of them says create similar ad. And that's where just click create similar ad, and it's going to place the ad you just created, and then it's going to start you back up at the top with exactly the same thing that you just set up, and then you can go in and whatever it is that you want to split test, you can remove. Say you were split testing the 3 modalities here, then so you only had your desktop on, and these two you didn't have. So then you could add on your mobile feed and remove your desktop feed, and then all you have to do is just go all the way back down to the bottom, change your name. Well, let's see, the ad set. I think this is where I got myself goofed up. Well, this might say something different once you go to that, but you got to make sure your name fits what you're doing, and actually, I think that's where I did goof myself up in, is that I kept changing the ad set name. You want to keep the same ad set on here, the same ad set name, so that it fits in your same budget. So when you create this ad set name, it needs to be inclusive of all your split testing that you're doing within this ad. Because what I kept doing was putting in a new name down here. Well, I created new ad sets, and each ad set has its own budget. So, you know, the old school hard knocks. But with Facebook ads, it is just a lot of testing and trying out stuff, and and getting in there and making your mistakes and figuring out what works. Okay, let me check my notes and see what have I missed. Okay, let me just go over some general information. I'm going to go ahead and get out of screen share. Okay, I should be back on live. So, okay, and if you have any questions on stuff that I've been telling, put your comments below. There's the comments box below. Let's see. Oh, okay, I've got a couple. Lisa's giving me. Oh, how long does it take? Good question, Lisa. How long does it take for your ad to be up and running once you submit it? Usually Facebook's pretty fast, so you'll know. You know, I think they have a little blurb that says give them 20 minutes or something, but they usually approve it within a few minutes. So it doesn't take that long. And another good question, Lisa, how long should you give an ad to know if it's working or if you should change it up? Michelle, in her course, recommends one day or 2 days. If you're not getting results fairly quick, then something's not right. You need to tweak something somehow. So that, you know, like I said, especially when you're first starting with ads, you need to be watching them and be on top of them and checking your results frequently, so that you're not getting charged for stuff that really isn't working. Although when I do pay-per-click, bid for clicks, unless they're clicking, I'm not paying for it, and that's another reason I like that one. So you know, you don't get hit with charges if you forgot to check it or whatever for the impressions. But again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with going for impressions or going for engagement. They each have their purpose. Okay. When you determine what type of ad you want to use, what is what's your response objective of the ad? Are you trying to increase likes on your page? Are you trying to get people to go to that post and maybe do something on that post? You know, you've got to have a clear idea of what your purpose is. We talked about your target audience. This is something you should really think about ahead of time. You know, who is your target? And this, you know, you could do a whole course just on target audiences. And I've been in a mastermind where, you know, we spent a couple of weeks developing our target audience, and it's really, really important to understand who your prospect is how they think, what is it that they want and need, so that you can give them value. So that's really important. And then that'll help you when you get to that drill down part on your audience, custom audience stuff, to really select it and know where to go and select something that's going to be effective. And then we talked about the placement of the ad, whether you want it in the mobile news feed or not. Now, one thing that you have to be aware of is if you're using if you want people to go to your apps on your fan page, those are the boxes that were underneath your picture. Now that's getting changed. If you're in the new format, now you have to hit a drop box, or you have to go over to the left-hand side and look down there for your apps. But apps do not show up on the mobile devices. So if somebody pulls up your fan page on the mobile device, they won't see your apps. Now, if your apps are mobile friendly, they can take a link and go to it. So you can still use the mobile devices for your apps if you have a mobile friendly link. Okay. Oh, the pictures. I didn't really talk much about the pictures. You want something that's eye-catching. So when take some time and look at the right column ads that are popping up on you. Which ones have pictures that attract your eyes? And look at that. Analyze what is it that they've got on there. A red border is very effective. Or getting that eye-popping picture, a crazy picture. I mean, you want your picture and your text and everything to be congruent. So you don't want to throw a baby picture on there and then talk about Facebook likes. But if you're talking about, if you have some way to segue from the picture to your ad that is congruent and people will easily follow, then you can use any kind of picture that'll work that way. There's lots of places to get free pictures. And that's another thing you got to watch out for. You can't just go to Google and Google an image and grab it and use it. If it's proprietary to somebody, then you could get in trouble for that. But there's a lot of sources for royalty-free pictures, and places where there's websites where people have pictures that they just let you use for free. So, excuse me, I could do a whole training on pictures, and I'm thinking about doing that too, on where to find pictures, how to manipulate them, because there's all kinds of great fun tools out there for taking images and adding words and all different kinds of stuff. So, all right. What else? Oh, I don't know if you noticed while we were in there, but one of the techniques that people use is they create a fan page that is just for advertising something, because if you're doing a post engagement off of a fan page, just checking this real quick. A post engagement off of a fan page, part of the header on your ad is going to be that fan page name. So if you create a special fan page with a name like, do you want more money? I mean, that's probably not a good one, but if you that can be part of your ad, and it's just one more thing that engages people and gets them to look at it. So to some people, that's one of their big techniques, is to use fan pages in that manner. But that's, sorry, I lost my train of thought on that. If you don't want, I mean, you don't have to. If you're trying to brand yourself and you want to use your branding page, like mine, Cindy Philippi, and you want that on there so people recognize it, it's just another option. And there's a whole actually technique around using fan pages for advertising and setting up something special. Okay. Oh, on your ad text, start your ad with a question, a one-liner. Engage people. The best thing to do on your headline is to make it a question. Keep your text brief and targeted. I think I mentioned keywords. You want to make sure your keyword, like for fan page, if you're doing something about how to create fan pages, you want to make sure you've got similar text congruently from the start to the beginning, and even all the way to your landing page. If you're sending somebody to a landing page, take some of the text off of the landing page and work it into so that it flows really, really well. And make sure every box that they allow you put some text in, because different types of ads have different text boxes. And I already talked about keywords. And the call to action button, I mentioned that. That's very effective. So if you have the option to use that action button or learn more button, go ahead and use that. And learn more is the most effective one from what I've heard. We went through targeting. Oh, I must have missed it. There is a place in there where you can, if you want to target the fans on your page, then you can, down at the bottom of all the interests and everything, there's a selection for are people connected to my page or people not connected to my page. Depending on the purpose of your ad, you may want to go either way. Like if I was trying to promote something that I thought my fans would really like and benefit from, then I would strictly target people attached to my fan page. So you have that option there. Talked about custom audiences and scrapers, and campaign ads and sets. The metrics. The metrics, I still have a lot to learn with that, so I'll just give you a few things that I know. Your click-through rate. If your click-through rate is 3% or greater, that's very good. It shows you're creating curiosity. But it might take you a while to get up to that. But also, if your click-through rate is meaningless if you're not getting any return on investment. So if people aren't buying, but you've got a good click-through rate, then it's still not doing you any good. So you got to look at the overall picture, not just the click-through rate. Opt-ins, you want to strive to get 28% opt-ins. That's that's another one of those goals you just got to keep working on. But you keep watching. The stats that they give you are. They give you sales conversions. When you go back into your ads manager, it shows you all your ads and what they've been doing and what the stats are on them. And just keep watching those stats and get familiar with them and keep working at it. Okay, Facebook does check your landing pages. If your landing page is something that they don't like network marketing or MLM promotions, or it has exaggerations on it. I didn't mention there is a whole set of ad guidelines in Facebook, and it would be worth your while to go look at those and see what they like and they don't like, because then that'll keep you from getting in trouble. And they don't like you promoting your network marketing and MLM directly. That doesn't mean you can't indirectly do that. So you just have to learn the workarounds for that. So you don't want them to send them directly to something inappropriate or something that they don't support. Now, if your ad gets disapproved, they usually give you a reason. So you can learn from the reasons that it doesn't get disapproved. One of the things that keeps getting me, or used to keep getting me, I think I've learned it now, is that your pictures cannot have more than 20% text. if they're more than 20% text, they will not approve it, because Facebook is all about pictures, images, and you have to stick with that. Okay, don't put just a helpful hint: don't put a video in your ad, because then right away you're taking people away from what you want them to do. They get sidetracked. There's methods and strategies and ways of doing that, so you keep people engaged, keep them. You want to keep people within Facebook and within what you're trying to get them to do. Okay, well, I'm running out of time. I know I started a little late, but I don't want to go over one, and I usually do about 40 minutes, so I think we're probably at that. I'll check and see if we have any more questions. Oh, Power Editor and Dark Post, let me just mention them briefly. That's another whole training unto itself. Power Editor gives you options to do dark posts. If you're managing lots of accounts, you know, if you're somebody that's managing various ad accounts for various people, then it's a lot easier to manage in Power Editor. You have to go in through Chrome for it to work right, so you have to use Google Chrome for that. Dark posts are very interesting, and I haven't used them yet, but I want to start using them because they can be very effective. If you're trying to do a lot of different split testing, you can do it all in the Power Editor, and then there's not a lot of stuff hitting your fan page, because if you keep creating ads and having to create a post, and you're going to have too much in there, and you don't want people to not want to be on your fan page. So Dark Posts allows you to get in there and just do ads without the connection to the fan page, as far as it showing up on your fan page, which gives you a lot more options there. A lot of the features that people went to the Power Editor for are now in the Ads Manager, which is what I was showing you with all those drilling down and really getting to select your audience. So there's a lot you can do in Ads Manager that you don't need to go into Power Editor anymore. So, but Power Editor does have a lot of options that eventually, once you get your ads down and see what's working, to go in there and tackle that. So, and one of these days I'll do a training on that once I get more adept at it. So, okay, I think that's it for today. And sorry, I had technical difficulties at the beginning and interruptions, but we got it going and got through it. So that's what counts. And you know, again, leave comments down below. Make sure you like my my page there, and when you like it, hover over it. And when you hover over it, this is a new trick for Facebook. You're going to get a little drop-down box that has Get Notifications, Add to Interest Lists. So you can click on Get Notifications, and then you will get notified every time something changes on that page. So that's an important thing to do, because of Facebook has changed how they show things to people, and it seems harder now to catch up with the stuff you really want to see. So if there's some pages that you like, that you really want to see everything they put on there, you go to that like button on their page and click Get Notifications, and then you will get them. And if you want people to, like I'm telling you, if you want people to get your notifications, you need to let people know that that's the way to do it. So that's my little helpful tip for the end here. So Like I said, leave your comments below, how you liked it, and I will see you next week. Bye.